We're gonna start Timor's review for week 34, I believe. I think I've got my numbers good. This was an interesting week. Don't love the CKI and like the Scuzzlebutt and stuff like that. The chance, hello Otter. The chance of that getting crazy with like the Scuzzlebutt and like Santa Claus and stuff is pretty crazy. But the homies at Free to Play Whales made a good decision, and we basically didn't level Santa Claus. Commander Hat was a really good card this week too, but the Santa Claus, it sucks I didn't have poison or anything. The Santa Claus, I don't think you should have played at all. And I really like that Free to Play Whales, you know, didn't even level him basically, because it was like, I've always felt, I remember this week specifically, I was in voice chat with some people and they were practicing against each other, and every time we played, this one person was playing Santa and the other person wasn't playing Santa. And the person that didn't play Santa won every time. And I told him every time, I was like, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Black Fred Savage. I told him every time, I was like, dude, you lost the moment you played Santa. He's just not good. Like, it does not matter how many Psalm Blasts you get, how many Stand the Greats you get, how many Gunslingers you get. Like, unless you literally win with that combo, any competent player is gonna shove a push into your face after you basically waste that 5 energy on Santa. And I didn't play him once this week. There was one time where I was like, shit, like I don't really have any other cards to play. I should have cycled Purify probably. And I was like, I might lose because I didn't want to play Santa, because I basically let him take a bar. Anyway, we'll see that later. But I was a little worried. Kyred Drexler is a pretty decent player, as you can tell. He's up at 8,000, but his team did not set him up. We gotta try to find him and see if we can't get him on a Pirate Coalition team, because I think he'd be a little bit more of a killer in Team Wars if he actually had some levels. So somebody try to find out about Kyrid Drexler, or whatever his name was. He is an OG player. He has been playing this game as long as I have, probably. Very, very OG name. I recognize that name from the before 4 time. Pretty much Leanne against the Sizzler at any point is good this week. There's really no way you can mess that up and lose energy out of it. Unless, I guess the only thing you could do is if you tried to like dar it, you could get messed up, but like you just don't have to worry about that push right there. If they put anybody else onto the Leanne, it doesn't matter. If see, like, what is that? What is that?
So violent.
It's like they don't know what their cards do. And then the monkey along the side, brutal. And then the monkey takes out the pooper scooper. Get him, Inuit! Oh god. Inuit, too good. Oh, and then take the kill. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, I feel bad sometimes. That poor guy. Servo is God. I don't know who Servo is. Sounds like a robot. I don't like it. I don't like it. He looks like Robert E. Lee or something. What is that? He looks like a Confederate general. I guess he'd be Union, because it's blue, right? He's got a blue coat. Yeah, he'd be Union. That's fucking Ulysses S. Grant right there. All right, also a good play against him is the Commander Hat. If you already have a unit out, it's better to play your hat, obviously. Very good poison taking out the Inuit, and although I think I lost the garrison there. No, I didn't lose the garrison. That was close. I almost lost the garrison. Oh no, never mind. Garrison would have been attacking Sizzle. Never mind. Good play there though. Basically useless. That card's worthless. That's a terrible choice on his team's part. There's no targets for that card. The only reason you'd run that card is if it's like Drow, Mecha, you know, something that he'll one-shot if they play that card dry. But jeez. Jeez. Okay, this is iffy. This is iffy. Don't play the Gunslinger yet. I should have waited till it was the cock. Oh, I should have waited till it was the cock. No, no, too much value from that. Those range guys right there. That's pretty good. What up, Matt? What up? Oh, we got that darn douchebag. Speaking of Matt, we got that darn douchebag. Ah. Anyway. Oh, guys, fun fact. You know that Dead Zone Rogue game that we've been playing with Akuma and Jeff and having a blast? I have 5 more keys for that game. So if anybody else wants to play it, let me know. We got, I know, I'm probably gonna give one to Backstreet Drawler, and then I know Jimmy has one. Maybe I'll get one to Spit Rage. So I probably have 2 or 3 left. Let me know. Let me know. That was a good play though. Sam dies and the Commander Hat survives, so that's good. That's pretty much game over. We took a lot of value from him. Purify, like the only reason you would purify the freeze ray is if you were floating the purify and you knew the freeze ray was coming and you immediately, that's what she said, and you immediately purify the freeze ray. If you, even the time that it takes to drag the purify up on the screen and let it go, it basically makes it so that the purify is not worth it. Because it's not worth the 2 energy to stop, you know, a third of the freeze at that point, whatever. Like, that's an exaggeration, but it's just not worth the energy unless you truly are ready, waiting, and unfreeze them and basically make it as if they weren't frozen at all. Then it's a true 3-to-2 trade. But if they're frozen half the time and you use the 2, that's like a 2 to 1.5 trade. So you end up negative energy unless it, like, you know, unless it takes the bar and you win. But typically it's not worth it. You have to truly know the freeze is coming, floating with the, hopefully this kills him. Don't know if it does, but that's good. That was level 6 or 7. That wouldn't have killed him, pushed him back. He heals, comes at me. That's not great, because then from there he could Scuzzlebutt in front of him. But, you know, CKI is just such a hard card. It's such a hard card to get value from that. Oh, we broke the level 4. That's why level 4 Slave, in my opinion, is just as unplayable as Santa is. Because the Slave at level 4, the heal is just, it's too easily broken by just like a fighter unit or like a normal range card. You don't need like an assassin. But once he gets to level 5, it starts getting to the point where the heal kind of needs an assassin or, you know, a higher level card or something like that. Weird. Yeah, Shield Maiden. What's the other option for Shield Maiden? Because, yeah, I was like, I saw Shield Maiden, I was like, oh, I didn't even know Shield Maiden was an option. This is nice. Sam? Yeah, I get that. I get that. There's no real reason to run the Sam. There's no... Poison kills everything it would target. So the only reason you would want to run Sam is if Sam plus Poison would kill something. Like if there was Mecha, maybe Sam would be better because then you could kill the Mecha with Sam plus Poison. Something like that. Otherwise, yeah, Poison kills the 2 range. Sam just dies to Inuit, probably. And Sam is the best card, or Shield Maiden is the best card in the game, so. There's always that. Because, yeah, I can just play Inuit here, kill the Gunslinger, and then forces him to play a card, or the Sam dies. You know, one or the other happens. In this case, both things happened. So it's definitely, definitely a good choice there. Would we still done fine with Sam? Probably. But like the value that I can get with the Robin Tweak on the Shield Maiden, like right there, that's a game-winning play right there. That's a game-winning play right there. Dude, that was the best moment I've seen in a long time. The flying Leanne cock. This is the funniest shit I've seen in a long time. Robin Tweak, well out of range, gets blasted into the Z-axis above the Leanne and gets turned into a cock. It was the coolest shit I've ever seen. I started emoting like a fool after that. I, in no way, shape, or form, ever expected the Z-axis of the game to actually catch the cock like that. That is incredible. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. He was like right there. Like the The angle of that is just hilarious, dude. Like, look where he is. He just barely got in there. Barely got in there. And then got turned into a fucking rooster, dude. I was laughing so hard. And then he rocketed that cock backwards, and I was like, holy crap, that's crazy. I was laughing my ass off, dude. I could have won right there too. The shield maiden would have taken the bar right there, but I'm like, oh, I wanted to see what would happen there. I wanted to see if either the slow or the garrison would disappear for a second, because you can do that with like Storyteller Jimmy. Is you can purify Storyteller Jimmy's debuff for like half a second and then it'll come back on, but it's like his is like every second it'll refresh or something like that. So you can have a moment where that gets purified, which is kind of interesting. But man, that flying Leanne, dude, I was like, that's so funny. I was just laughing. Haha. All right, though, this Leanne setup, I didn't really know what to do. The Sorceress Leanne versus, I didn't want to give up my Sorceress, so I decided to play a little cheeky here. And we just play with the monkey. And unfortunately, she gets the double tap. She gets the double tap because the monkey was pushing her a little bit, which is very unfortunate. But the level 1 Inuit dies. Look at that. That level 7 cock just took the damage. Just took the damage from that Inuit and didn't die because Robin Tweak healed him. But because of that, Robin fucking didn't heal the Shield Maiden. Oh, and Shield Maiden survives. Get one hit, Shield Maiden. Just brutal. Absolutely brutal. And he plays a card there. If he wouldn't have played a card, it's possible his new kid would have killed me. Now, there's a possibility here that we don't break the slave heal. It is level 5, but we have Inuit. And the Leanne on the corner is actually very devastating this week, especially if he's already played one of his tanks on the other side. He has to play something in front of the Leanne and sacrifice it, or else Leanne will take the bar because she hits pretty hard. Honestly, it's like almost 200 damage, I think, like 180 something. She hits pretty damn hard. And we got Eddie Brock from Nam Blues. You fool! You fool! And he plays Santa.
Make my day.
I don't. Level 7 gunslinger. I mean, that's a good play. Like, that's not bad, but like, the trouble is, it's on one of the worst units in the game. I completely removed the value from his Psalm by shielding with the Shield Maiden right there. I still have a full health Scuzzle. Why'd you play the Santa, bro? Why'd you do that? Did we give direction to people to not play? It doesn't matter if you purify the Sizzler there. I was just making sure I purified the backline. Because it's better to make sure you hit those two. And then honestly, if Scuzzle gets on your new kid, you're in trouble. Because he's just got so much health that even though he doesn't hit that much, it's just hard. All right, Battered Soul. Gotta say, I really enjoyed this week. It was a fun deck. I was gonna cycle Purify there, but then he played a card. So this is the moment. This is the moment. This was the moment I'm like, I should probably play Santa. Like, this is like few moments where like Santa might work. Because I can stop, like it's a low level monkey, so I could probably deal with it. And I didn't realize it was level 4. I probably could have just let him hit New Kid right there and not given up the Inuit. That was kind of frustrating.
Sure know
I also
how to
could have
charm a
spam
woman.
played
I
the
fear no one.
what's his face? The Space Warrior right there. Terrible freeze. Terrible freeze. Terrible. This is why we don't run cards like freeze right typically, because they're just really easy to not get value from.
Right in the grundle.
Boy, oh boy, it's like this guy is running in slow motion. All right, this is that play I was talking about. Bottom side Leanne. At this point, there's nothing in his deck that can deal with this because of what he's already played. So, like, it's a brutal play. It's a brutal play to play Leanne on the side like that. I don't know what he's doing with that. Gunslinger midline. Like, look at that. Like think about in your head, like your decision-making processes, especially if you're not a super strong player. And like you're trying to calculate like what's the best way to deal with this Leanne. Like she's coming for me. She's coming straight for me. And you're like Ned and Jimbo and you're like, ah, we gotta shoot him in the face. But it's like anything you play in front of her dies and like you're basically sacrificing it. And then anything you play behind it doesn't stop. Like it's honestly kind of difficult to think about how to stop it. In my opinion, you gotta play your own Leanne against it. Otherwise, you let it hit New Kid and maybe take it out with Inuit. You might just have to give up the Inuit. But then if you give up Inuit on that play, like you're kind of in trouble because Inuit's a big power move to play on the defensive end. Very strange. Very strange. We saved that Robin tweak, though. We saved that Robin tweak. Yeah, Leanne on the bottom side at the right time, dude. Tough. Especially if they've already played their Leanne. If you know their Leanne's dead, and you play your Leanne bottom side, it's tough. Especially if they've already played their Som slash
Hello, sugar.
Shield Maiden slot. Because then, like, what's the only slot she could put out? Santa, I guess, could tank it. That's kind of a waste, though, right? We've already discussed that. I guess the only other thing would be, like, Shield Maiden or Space Warrior taking the hit. And then maybe Space Warrior with...
Such a good game.
But she hits pretty hard though, you know, like she's not like Slave. You can play Space Warrior and Slave and like Inuit, and they'll die. This is a close call here. Get it? Oh, that little push out. That little push out was just enough so that the monkey just didn't get his second hit off. The Gunslinger a little early because then if he plays like 3 of the cards in the deck, then my Inuit will one-shot him. So that's why I played it a little early. And now, if you notice, we're not breaking the Slave, and I don't care. I don't care. I'm happy with that. I'm just building a monster push right here. And now the Slave gets broken, and the Shield Maiden will walk to that Robin instead of dealing with the Scuzzlebutt. So he'll die before. And now with the Coop spawn, it's possible that the Scuzzlebutt goes to them. Yes, goes to them instead of the Gunslinger. So that helps a little bit. Then that monkey one-shots him. That's what I was talking about. That's exactly the... Oh, Jesus! That's exactly what I was talking about. Look at this shit. That's exactly what I was talking about, though. If you use this, the Gunslinger, the Space Warrior, I think might be 2-shot, the Robin, there's so many units that will get 1-shot by that combo that it basically makes the defense worthless. And then... 1-shot, 2 bars. Let's go! Too easy. Too easy. Ismail Street. Riata Rinconera. I think we've lost to somebody on this team before, honestly. The name rings a bell. It's ringing a bit of a bell. Look at this. Look at his pig nose. I love it. That's a ton of damage. Massive damage. Probably use the space. See, the Space Warrior, you gotta use it at the right time. If he uses it on me right here, that's good for me. If I can use it to push the Space Warrior backwards, that would be ideal. And then, yeah, get on a New Kid. Perfect. That's the ideal play there. He's forced to play something against me there, or else I get a couple hits on New Kid. We want to deal with the... we play the monkey out there. That's probably fine. Just to make sure she dies. We get the... And that's why Som sucks, baby. That's why Som sucks compared to the Shield Maiden. And I just realized we hit the rooster. We hit the rooster with the Robin tweak. And now we have a boosted at. Oh my god, the Rooster's gonna get the Scuzzlebutt boost too.
You kids.
I didn't even notice that.
We can do this.
Dude, let's go look at that back. I think that Rooster is the only reason we took down the CKI. Look at this. The Rooster comes through 1, 2. I mean, he hits him twice without that extra damage. What was it? The monkey? Wait, what was that extra damage? Oh, the Robin hit. The Robin hit might not have been enough before the ability if it wasn't for that little Roosty. That was so funny. This is a good setup, though. We should break through, and then it's bad if the Leanne dies right there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's Dar the worst unit that we have in the deck. Holy fuck me. Holy fuck me. Yeah, let's Dar the unit that the best team in the game left at level 4. Yeah, let's do that. Holy fuck, dude. It's crazy how many people still play this game that are clueless. Don't call me shoeless. You're shoeless.
My hatchet seek blood.
Get that, Space Warrior. Brutal. God, imagine if New Kid was level 18. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Imagine all the people. Or imagine if Team Wars levels were just your team levels, like your own personal level didn't matter. So that all these like low-ass piece of shit teams, everybody would have like good levels. Well, not necessarily good levels, but more so than they do now, probably. That'd be pretty sick. That'd be pretty sick.
You kids have
Commander hat
such an
on
imagination.
the slave. I don't hate that. Oh, look at that. Huge chunk of damage right there. Huge chunk of damage right there. That was awesome. Oh, and she goes down, and she. Oh, turn him again! Turn him again! The double. Oh my God, those are like double. We fried those chickens twice, brother. We tempura batter fried them twice. Your levels are so low, you get dominated. Yeah, I know. It's unfortunately there's not much you can do when your levels are low. Also, you're bad. Yeah, the levels don't help. We could purify him, but it comes right back immediately. We saw that earlier. The Robin tweak on him, like, that isn't great, but it's like the extra damage from the Robin is important right now. We even got one hit with the Gunslinger value on there. We could purify the Scuzzle here, but I don't think we need to, because that Inuit's gonna get really good value. The Scuzzle's not even dead. Before he's dead, Inuit takes out him, and Inuit with the Scuzzle buff. Oh my God! And the Inuit could take the. Oh, look at this play. Oh no! Oh no! The Inuit's still alive.
My people.
So violent.
Oh, the Robin didn't get hit even. I wanted to purify the Scuzzle boost to see if he just died. If his health boost put him to 0%. That happens to Captain Diabetes when if he gets hit by DSR after he gets a health boost. When the DSR expires, it's weird. If you have the ability active and the DSR expires, then you technically go to 0 health because of the way the math works. It's a bug for sure. But yeah, if you because I had a Captain Diabetes that had a hanky boost that I had him at like probably 3,000 HP, and DSR hit him, and then when my ability ended, even though I should have had, you know, couple hundred health or whatever it would have been, he just died immediately. It was pretty funny. Or it would be, he's max health basically at that point. Because if you have more than your max health and then the ability ends, you go back to it. But because the max health was halved when the ability hit, so then when the ability turned off, he went below the value of the max health, so he dies. It's fair. It's weird. It's weird. Dr. Doom though, decent player. The Leanne here, hopefully our damn Scuzzlebutt dies. No, the Scuzzle doesn't die. A very good play on his part, but my Roosties are doing a great job keeping my Robin Tweak alive. Robin Tweak gets hits on New Kid here. If he doesn't get dealt with, which Should be a monkey here, maybe, or just a quit. Maybe he just quit. Uh-oh. We beat him. We beat him down, boys. We wouldn't even have to play a card, and
You
Robin
sure
Tweak
know
would
how
take
to
the
charm a woman.
take the next bar. Look at this play. Look at this play. That was silly. That was silly. Yeah, purified. I mean, maybe he got disconnected. I don't know. He might have just realized I lost that push so bad that I lost. 420, get high 420. Nice team. Nice team. The enlightened one. I believe, if I remember right, this guy comes in with
I fear no one.
pretty good levels. Nope, not the one thing. There's some guy who comes in with really good levels, I'm pretty sure. Not a good play. You really want to use the Robin Tweak on somebody who's already damaged, because not only does it increase their max health, it heals them for the same amount. So you really want to, when you play Robin Tweak, the card that you hit, get him, get him. Oh, the monkey two-shot him, and with the ability, killed it. That's brutal. At least they picked the shield maiden. With the monkey, or no, with the Robin Tweak, sorry. With the Robin Tweak, you want the, when you hit the unit with the ability, well, this is just, that was kind of a bad play, but I just needed to get I needed damage out. Get him, Robin. Oh, shit. You want the unit to have space in the health bar. So if you heal him, you hit him with the Robin Tweak and it's full health afterwards, it's not a good play. You wasted some value there. You want it so that when you play it, there's a little bit of, you know, black or whatever color you want to call that. There's a little bit of gray on the health bar to indicate, see, this is like once Scuzzle gets on there, it's tough, to indicate that you got the full value, because you increased the health, you healed, and there's still a little bit, which means you got the full, whatever it is, 1400 health or whatever it is.
Oh, hello, sugar.
What is it? You get 700 or something? You see that poison right there? Did you see that poison? Brutal. Brutal. Get there, Space Warrior. Woo! Space Warrior is brutal too, man. The amount of value that he gets against the new kid with one hit of his ability is tough. So if he just survives a skirmish, you have to play somebody in front of your new kid, or else he just takes a bar, basically. That's tough. You basically would have to waste your Inuit, and then other cards are gonna run wild without Inuit to help. Unless you can use the monkey to do it, maybe it would work. I don't know.
You kids have such an imagination.
I think if the monkey hits him once before the ability hits, monkey dies, but the ability hits him. Probably doesn't kill him though, but you can make him, I don't know.
I fear no one.
See this? You just play on the top side. Good poison just because it'll kill the backline. Now we wait for him to use his ability. I should have waited for him to use the ability, but decided to just play it because I wanted the...
Such a good game.
He shouldn't have done that, really. If I'm being honest. I am not in a great spot here, though. Like, I really don't have great... I thought the Psalm would turn around right there. That was a bit of a mistake. But watch this fucking play here, dude. Watch this fucking play here. This is incredible. Look at that. One more hit, we were down. One more hit, we were down. Well, two more hits. Two more hits. It must be base level full. But look at this. The Scuzzle pushes him away so much, he gets out of his aggro range, and he retargets to me, which prevents him from taking the bar. And honestly, I might have lost if he took that bar. I was not in a good position. Because if I would have put that Scuzzle out and he takes the bar, he might take the next bar with that Psalm if he doesn't get knocked back, which could happen by the way I played it. So that was, and then he wastes this CK. Like, that was an incredible turn of events for me. Incredible turn of events. All right. He's pushing the Robin Tweak back. We probably could have saved him with the Inuit, but then he would have died, so this is good. Definitely, like, he played that right. You know, you play the Leanne against the Scuzzle. Not much you can do about that. But you can get a super cock. You can get a super cock. No, he... He just played 6 energy to stop a rooster.
I fear no one.
What the He played lava and freeze
Kids
ray.
have such an imagination.
We can do this.
Oh god. That guy's a real joker. He played lava and freeze ray. Can we watch that one again? Can we watch his defense?
We can do this.
You didn't even freeze the Inuit! Like, let the lava kill.
Own the day. I fear no one.
And then what is Space Warrior gonna do? Take a bar? You don't think I have any energy?
You kids have such an imagination.
We can do this.
That is something else, man. That is something else. Like, I know I've been playing the game since basically it came out. And I know I'm one of the greats of the game. And I know coming up against me is what people fear in Team Wars. But goddamn, there are a ton of people that don't know how to play this game. Holy shit. Some of these people didn't, I mean, everybody really has a level advantage unless you're on, oh fuck, unless you're on Chef's Elite, Mercs, you know, one of the top teams, because we're just going to have more caps. Just, period. Like, because we're, you know, our 50 is going to be higher. We're never going to miss caps, you know, stuff like that. But, man, let me tell you, if they played better, they sure would have a better shot. Like, I mean, there's so many, that's the thing about Team Wars, is that, like, how many times, I had, like, a losing hand 3 times probably throughout those, like almost couldn't win, except he played really poorly. If he would have played better, it would have been really hard for me to come back with the hand that I had, except they didn't play well. And I was able to, you know, makeshift my way and unconventionally play my way out of it until I get, you know, something more set up. Because, like, imagine Scuzzlebutt gets played, and then your Leanne and your own Scuzzlebutt and your, you know, your slave slot, Slave or Santa. All 3 of those are at the bottom of your deck. So you have to play Space Warrior, you have to play Shield Maiden or Psalm, you have to play all your cards to defend against that Scuzzle. And if they get some good value, like maybe they get good Psalm value, maybe they get good Poison value, maybe they get good Inuit value on defense or something like that, you can be in a really bad spot. You can be in a really bad spot. But it's definitely not, or, you know, or potentially if they bait out your Leanne and your Inuit and they get a Psycho CKI setup, that's crazy. I imagine that's how a couple people lost, is they just, a CKI got crazy on them. But it's not, you know, it's not as scary when you can't also boost his attack with something, honestly. Like, if you can get him with like a BHK or a Ninja or something, then it really impacts his value, because like him just being a ton of health doesn't really do much. Like, because you'd have to have something else alongside him to do damage. But, you know, one of the main cards that would do that in the deck would be the monkey, and you replace the monkey with the CKI, right? Like, if you could have CKI and monkey, and you have like the monkey next to the CKI blasting whoever's hitting the CKI and taking all his health, and then the CKI heals again, like, you can get crazy value with that. Like, that's how Diabetes with Hanky, the most value you can get out of him is on defense, if they're just slamming shit on you and Diabetes just keeps healing and they can't get through him, while you have, you know, maybe Call Girl or something beating up on him. That's where the value comes from. Well, Diabetes helps a little bit because he does get extra health. I would be interested if CKI also got extra attack. So his ability was similar to Diabetes, except it just stacked and stayed stacked. So it's basically the same ability. You don't have to double the attack, but it's, you know, similar ability, except CKI stays stacked, Captain Diabetes disappears. So it's different enough where it's not the same. I think that would be kind of interesting. I think it makes him much more deadly and maybe a little bit more playable. And if you do want to find out if CKI is playable, check out, I believe he was our last underused that we did. We do a series called SPPD Underused, which is basically we take cards that are like right on the edge. Like obviously there's the playable cards up here and there's cards down here that are just dog shit that that just everybody knows are bad. But there's cards up here that it's like, why are they bad? And we're kind of discussing that and going through that and just developing ideas of like, can you make it viable? Is it viable in a certain deck? Is it worth the energy? Etc. etc. We've had some fun ones. No, Drone was the last one we did. Before that, I think it was CKI though. But I'll put the playlist up in the corner here, if I remember, for the underused. We have 7, I think. We're at 7 now. But anyway, I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you got this far, 35 minutes of Team Wars review. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment on your favorite moment. And it better have been that flying Leanne on that Robin tweak. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.